Welcome to another episode of Safari Mania Podcast. In this podcast, we talk about matters tourism. My name is Felix and welcome. Episode, I'm joined with the CEO East Africa Tour Guide and Drivers Association, Mr. Kaunda, currently known as With All Due Respect.
Thank you, Felix. And allow me to say that moving forward, it is tourism with all due respect.
Tell us, how has life changed for you, Mr. Kaunda, since your phrase, with all due respect, went viral recently?
True, with all due respect,
Yes.
life has moved very fast.
Okay.
It has limited my movement with a lot of excitement, and it has taken me like I've lived there for a long time.
That is in the public domain.
Of course, yes.
Okay, now let's get back to the matters which brought us here. Mr. Kaunda, you and I have been tour guides for a long time, and also we've been involved in tour guides leadership for a very long time, spanning almost 10 years. Now, kindly tell us some of the challenges that you've identified facing tour guides in Kenya and in extension the East African tourism field or tourism destination.
Thank you very much. As I said before, going forward is tour guiding with all due respect.
Yes.
And this is going to change the face of our profession.
Yes.
In this case, I will talk about Kenya.
Yes.
In Kenya, tour guiding profession has faced a lot of setbacks.
Yes.
Number one, I will classify them into two.
Yes.
We have safari guides.
Yes.
In Kenya, we are known as driver guides. The second category is translators. These tour guides who speak foreign languages.
Yes.
Yes. And challenge number one is recognition.
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 Yeah.
Challenge number two, it is job security. Number three is about health.
Now, you've talked about some two major challenges facing tour guides and tourism in the Kenyan chapter, and you've mentioned recognition and job security. So kindly expound to us what you mean by recognition as a challenge facing tour guides in Kenya.
Thank you very much. You are very right. Tourism sector, like any other sector, like the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, in the Act, where all of us, like the teachers, like the doctors, the nurses, are defined in the Act. It is only in Kenya where the government has not really recognized these two pillars. The tour guiding profession, it has to be defined in the Tourism Act. When you look at it, it's only that we tour guides who are not recognized. We are not interpreted, recognized, and defined. And that has given us challenges in terms of capacity building, training, and even when we are doing collaborations.
You said that tour guides are not formally recognized in the Constitution through the Tourism Act.
Yes.
That is correct?
Yes, that is very correct. You find that other operations, when you look at the Act itself,
yes,
it will talk about hotels, about curios, about vendors, but when you look at it in the Act, tour guiding as a profession has not been captured there. And this gives us challenges when we want to upgrade or when we want to do capacity building, if we want to retooling. Because you are here trying to regulate a person who is not recognized by law, but you want to put this person into a regulation. How do you regulate someone whom you have not defined or recognized?
And what about representation of tour guides into various Ministry of Tourism bodies?
That has been a challenge. That is why I'm talking about recognition, where the government has not fully considered tour guiding as a profession. And that is why I've been championing this for a long time. I know this takes us to be policy issues.
Yes.
So that is why collaboratively we need to approach this angle so that we can make our government under the Ministry of Tourism to have the Tourism Act be amended to recognize this profession, and this will attract the young people. If you look at the current trend, even now as we speak of the 21st century tour guide, we are only having people, I'm not saying that old people should exit. No, the young people have not been attracted with this profession simply because of this kind of challenges. They are not looking at it as a profession.
I remember back in 2021, we presented a petition to Parliament to formally recognize tour guides in the Tourism Act, and also for tour guides to be represented in its numerous bodies of the tourism, the tourism ministry in general. Tell us about that process, just a little bit.
Thank you very much. We have not been having goodwill, especially from other stakeholders. And you know, we have other bodies which in extension, they serve as our employers, although they don't employ us directly. They contract us, they hire us. So those challenges and the goodwill, it is what has drilled us to reach where we are.
You mentioned something about job security as one of the challenges facing tour guides in Kenya, and also by extension some parts of East Africa. Can you expound on this?
Well, I will narrow it down to the act. You see, the moment you recognize a profession, like teachers, like doctors, like nurses, the way I've said, lawyers, advocates, so this will give you an enabling environment.
Infrastructure,
Yes, infrastructure. Whereby, you know, tour guiding is a labor-intensive profession. And you see now this gives us challenges for us to have good remuneration, wages, and even our salary. And you know, tour guide, we normally work in a remote setup. Our infrastructure is very different. That is why we are looking at goodwill. You find that now, as when we look at the welfare of a guide through job security, you find that even when we talk of health issues, medical covers, because being that we work in a remote setup, you find that even when we have challenges like incidences which takes place, evacuation and medical covers becomes very difficult. Even retirements, we don't have those incentives which we can caution retirement scheme.
Back home here, we have categories of tour guides. Some are staff guide, which means they are employed in various tour companies, and majority, let's say 70%, are freelance tour guides, which means they don't belong to any tour company. They are not attached to any tour companies, which means they don't have a salary, like a defined salary per month. So when you talk about job security, are you referring to the freelance who are the majority, or staff guides?
Actually, this will cut across. Well, another challenge is mistreatment. I know it might sound weird to you.
Yes, it is.
When I say mistreatment, there are tour operators. Normally when they give a tour guide a vehicle, they think that they are doing a favor to them. So they don't give them salary. In fact, no pay. And they think that maybe when you are driving, you are excited. So that leaves a guide to survive on tips. And it becomes very difficult.
So you insinuate that some tour operators, they just give you a vehicle to use, and then they assume that once you get the vehicle, you're going to be, wallowing in lots of tips and everything. Money is going to be coming.
That is the perception, actually, even the incoming SMEs now, because these tour operators who are coming out now in the 21st century, they are they are pushing away the major operators. So their perception is that a guide should go there, out there, make tips and give an incentives. So they feel that they are doing you a favor.
Do you think, I want to ask you a very direct question, and which is touching.
Yes.
Do you think Kenya tour guides are professional and passionate about their jobs?
Exactly. I can say, and I still stand, that Kenya guiding, we have one of the best tour guides in East Africa.
All right.
We still do.
You heard it from himself. Do you think Kenya is an expensive destination?
Yeah, Kenya is becoming a very expensive destination.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, what makes me say that, if you see now where we are, the increase of park fee has discouraged many visitors not to prefer Kenya than Tanzania, or preferring Tanzania than Kenya. Secondly, accommodations. People are building the infrastructure of hotels, camps, and lodges has to become very expensive. Thirdly, because the government also has imposed a lot of taxes. In the hotels, we find that as tour operators and hotels are having so many taxes to pay. Perhaps that makes accommodation very expensive. And also the infrastructure of the parks has also become very expensive, because we have conservation areas which also have increased their park fee, entry fee.
So do you prospect that the tourism industry in Kenya is going to grow, or is just going to be stagnating?
Yes, I'm very confident. Tourism in Kenya has to grow, and it will grow. We have so many untapped products from the national to the county level, and every region has its own unique products. So the government needs to facilitate, need to support through KTB and other marketing operators.
You mean, when you talk about government, do you mean county government or national?
Both from the national to the county government. They need to support and put resources in marketing, and we also need to brand. They are most untapped regions. We have so many products. I believe, and I'm very confident, that Kenya still stands as a cradle of Africa.
Between the donkey and the zebra, which one is beautiful according to you?
It's the zebra, of course.
Now, with all that beauty, why do you think the zebra was left to stay in the wild and donkey went to stay with humans at home?
Well, I really don't know, but I need to research.